Hello everyone and welcome back to Always Watching. Today I'm continuing my coverage of the Tribeca Film Festival with the film Inside. So briefly, Inside follows Mel, a young man recently transferred from juvenile to adult prison, whose life takes an even darker turn when he meets Warren, a soon-to-be paroled inmate. The film stars Guy Pearce in a very subtle and impressive performance as a man struggling with his life choices. I felt the contrast between Mel and Warren is what made this film very unique. Mel is a young man who deeply regrets what he's done, and more so, he feels like he's exactly where he belongs. He never looks to God or tries to really explain away his actions. He just accepts it quietly and painfully. Now, in comparison, Warren doesn't feel bad about the things he's done in his life. He's just now come to appreciate how his actions have totally destroyed his family and the people around him. And I think this film offers an interesting commentary regarding remorse and guilt. What does remorse look like? How do you know if someone really feels guilty about what they've done? And just because you feel guilty about what you've done, actions do speak louder than words. And I think the title of the film, Inside, is really appropriate. Because we're following these characters around, we do come to believe the narrative they've told themselves. And so it's not until they're in the outside world we get to see if these people are as capable of redemption as we hope they are. Mel commits this heinous crime when he's a child. And the older he gets, the more he appreciates just how heinous it was. This crime has pretty much defined who he is. And because he's been caged up for so long, he's come to believe that this crime does represent who he is at his core, this horrible person that killed someone. And Mel's character is scared because he feels like he's not sure if he will commit that type of crime again. Like, he doubts his own ability at redemption. He doubts whether or not he is able to control his emotions appropriately. He really doubts his own capacity for change. Whereas Warren is not really that afraid of committing more crimes. As a young man, he never really thought much about anything he's done. What he is scared of is having to face and process how these horrible things he's done destroyed his family. I think the movie does such a great job of building its main characters and getting us inside their head. Like, it's a really reflective film. Both of these men clearly feel guilty, if not about the crimes they've committed, how these crimes have affected the people around them. And guilt can work in two ways. It can be a positive catalyst for change, or potentially trigger more reckless behavior. And this movie was fascinating because both of these characters have the capacity for change and redemption. However, their inability to really recognize this and take ownership over their lives is the difference between doing more harm than good. And so overall, I highly recommend this film. So if you are at the festival, please look out for it. And until next time.